welcome to Crime Alley Comics. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I've got a few things to show you. I wanted to get a video made a little sooner than than I have been in the past few weeks or in the past few months. So I did pick up some books at my, or not at my LCS, but from Midtown Comics. I picked some up at Jake's Antique Mall, and then I have made more headway on the Van Home 1966 Batmobile build. So I thought I'd show you that tonight and just kind of update you on some things that I'm thinking about doing, or things that I'm doing that I'm thinking about doing videos on if people are interested. So, but anyway, I'll start out with the comic books. And since I have the Batmobile sitting here on my desk, I don't have a whole lot of room to set things. So anyway, so in my last video, I had forgotten to show the books that I got for my wife, because she is in, she loves the Resident Alien TV series, and so I'm picking up the comic books for her, which they have new comic books coming out right now. And I picked up number 3 the last time I went to the LCS, and I forgot to show that with the rest of my books because I had already put it away. And so my wife watched the video and she noticed that I didn't show it. So she said, I thought it was kind of odd that you didn't show my Resident Alien book with the rest of your books. I was like, oh, I already had put it up and I didn't think to get it back out. So this week I'm going to show her book first. My LCS forgot to give me the Resident Alien number 2. I think this is number 2. Yeah, number 2 of 4. So the last video I did, I showed you I was supposed to show you number 3 and I didn't. I guess I should have went and got that one back out too, but I didn't do it. Maybe I'll grab it for the next time. But anyway, so I picked this up at Midtown Comics to update her collection. There's only one more coming out, and so I'm going to make sure and watch for that at my LCS, because it should be there hopefully the next time I go. And that's the last one in the series. It's only 4 in that series, so I got to make sure I get that one. Okay, next one up is Zatanna number 1. This is the Art Germ variant, and you know how I like Art Germ's work, so had to pick that one up. Now this next one is really cool. This is Batman 152, but it is a variant by Quinwans. I think that's how you pronounce his name, or Quinones, or whatever. But anyway, very neat homage to Michael Keaton. It has the '89 Batman and Beetlejuice on the same cover, which I thought was pretty cool, because I haven't really seen anything prior to now that had both Michael Keaton's Batman and Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I had to have that one. Now this next book, those all come from Midtown Comics, of course. This next book, I picked, these next few, I picked these up at Jake's Antiques, I'm pretty sure. And I either got them at Jake's or Gizmos. I don't remember which now. We were in both places that day. So, but this, and I don't know, I'm sure some of you at least will remember the movie Willow. Man, I can't think of who was in it. The guy that played in Ghost, and he also played in Batman. Batman is Batman Forever. Val Kilmer. Anyway, Willow number 1 by Marvel Comics. And I don't remember what year this was from, but I think it was 86, but I don't remember absolutely for sure. Anyway, pretty nice book. I got it pretty cheap, and I like, those books that are kind of off the beaten path. You don't see them very often. This next comic book, it's called Heroic Comics, or New Heroic Comics. It's a 10-cent comic. It's not in great shape, but it's complete. But this comic is probably the oldest comic I have. It's from 1946, I believe January of 1946. And you guys, as you probably know, I love trains, and this book has a train on it. This is New Heroic Comics number 52. Yeah, it is January 1946. Very cool cover. I don't remember now who did the cover, or if I don't know if I even found out, but anyway, it's very neat. It's got a cool looking little steam engine on it there, and unfortunately a child playing on the track. I have not read this, so I don't know what this story's about. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty neat comic, and I love comics that's got trains on the front of them. This next one is a Charlton comic, Abbott and Costello, number 5. Hopefully you guys know who Abbott and Costello is, but if you don't, they were a comedy team back in the, 50s? Maybe even in the 40s. But anyway, yeah, so Abbott and Costello number 5. And then Abbott and Costello number 8. Alright. Now, I already have this book. It's Secret Origins, featuring Ambush Bug, but it's got the 66 Batman and Robin climbing up the wall. And this may be the third one of these I have. I don't know, but every time I find, and all of my find are always in really nice shape. So, but I didn't pay. I think I paid $1 or $2 for it. So it's like, yeah, I'll get it. Okay, these next ones. Excuse me. These next ones came from Midtown Comics, and unfortunately, unfortunately, I love collecting Neal Adams comics. I love Neal Adams art. He's my favorite artist, and I accidentally ordered them twice. Same book twice, and it is Detective Comics 400 facsimile. There we go. So I got 2 of those with the Man Bat. I also got 2 of the foil version. So yeah, I kind of overdid it there a little bit. Things are trying to fall on me here. So, all right, now stay. This next one is also Batman number 152, and it's a variant of, well, it's an homage to The Dark Knight Returns, but it has the 66 Batman on it, Adam West Batman. So I thought, and it's also got the 85th anniversary logo on it. So yeah, I had to pick that one up. Alright, so that's all I have as far as comic books goes. I do have some more coming. I can't even remember now the number on it, but it's another Treasury edition that Neal Adams did that they're doing a facsimile on, so I ordered those. Or well, I say those because one's the regular and the other one's the foil cover, so I had to order both of those. And then there's a few other books that's coming as well. Also, in October, if you'll remember, the Corgi 267 Batmobile is set to be shipped out in October. They're doing the pre-order on it now and have been for, I don't know, a month or so. And so the gloss black version I ordered, well, I think it was August the 17th is when the first day you could order it. So I ordered it that day, and that should be coming sometime in October. Now, the matte black version, as I think I told you before, the only people that can even get that is the Corgi Model Club members. So I should be able to pre-order that, or I should be able to order that in October. I can't pre-order it until they actually release it. So once they release it to the club members, then I can order the matte black version. First time the matte black version's ever been made again since, you know, because that was the very first one that they come out with, was the matte black. And I'm trying to remember, I forget now, but anyway, they only made the matte black version for like 6 months. And the reason they made the matte black version was because when they first were doing the trials with the Batmobile, it was matte black with white stripes. And in fact, in the show sometimes they actually have footage of that. I don't know why they did that, but whenever you see the Batmobile come around the corner and go down the road, a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but several times, it's the matte black with the white stripes before they actually put the gloss black on it and the red stripes. So anyway, that's why the matte black version came out, was because they thought the Batmobile was going to be matte black, because they saw it before it got painted gloss black. So then after the show came out, and they're like, it's gloss black now, so they switched over 6 months later to gloss black. So that's kind of the story behind that. Well, anyway, so the gloss black should be shipping. I've already pre-ordered it, so it should be shipping in October. I should be able to order the matte black in October. And then Hornby Toys, which actually owns Corgi, they are coming out with their own, and it's like version 3, I think, because it's in the box with the plastic window, but it's still the red hub version, and I think it might have the tow hook on it, because the matte black and the gloss black versions that are coming out in October do not have the tow hook made on the jet exhaust. But I think the one that Hornby Toys is putting out does have, because it's like the next version after the first gloss black version. If that makes sense. Anyway, so that's the update for Corgi Batmobiles. And as soon as they come in, I'll make sure and do a video and show them to you, because I'm really, really excited about getting those. First time they've been, well, the last Corgi 69 Batmobile, or 66 Batmobile, the 267, was last produced in 1983. So, and that's a completely different version. You know, that's more of this version with the silver wheels and the rounded off tips on the wing and so on, or on the fins. And well, except for the fact that this one does not have the wide whiz wheels on it. I don't know if you can see that. These are the narrow ones. Yeah, if it would focus. Come on. Alright, forget it. But anyway, the 83 version had the wide whiz wheels. The last version that they came out with. Of course, that's one that people really want to get, because That one came out. Well, when that one came out, they were shutting down production, so they weren't buying any more parts. So they had dashboards that had never been chromed. They were blue. They actually put them in the car blue. Um, and they had run out of the little bat emblems that go on the doors, so they put the oval like the helicopter had. They had their helicopter stickers. They put those on the side of it, and just different things like that. But those are kind of rare, so you pay a pretty good price for it if you find one that's, especially if it's one that's in the box and so on. But I've been looking for one of them for years, and I've not found one yet that I'm willing to pay the price for. So anyway, next I received stages 33 through 38 for the Fan Home Batmobile. Okay, and I completed that night before last, I think it was. And I was going to do a video, and I started working on it, and then I just totally spaced it. And so when 39 through 44 comes in, when that kit comes in, when that package comes in, I'm going to try to do a video while I'm building it, so that you can see what's going on. But anyway, if I can get this whole thing in the frame, I'm going to show you where we are on the 66 Batmobile. So now it has the floor pan in it, and the floor pan's all metal except for that center portion there that's got the big square hole in it and the place for a speaker. That the shiny section there, that's plastic. But the rest of that is all metal. And now the rear end is in it, and the leaf springs and shocks and everything. And I don't know if you can make it out or not, but those leaf springs are true leaf springs. They are individual springs that are put together just like would be on a regular car. And the shocks are spring loaded, so they have give to them and the whole bit. Now, one other thing I'll try to show you, right, if I can, okay, you see that little shaft sticking out? That's the steering gearbox with the shaft sticking out that goes up to the steering column. That is an actual gearbox. It has two metal gears in it, a worm gear and then a regular gear that drives, that drives the worm gear, that actually turns the steering knuckle and turns the wheels back and forth. I was kind of shocked to see that they were actually going to make it a real gearbox, because normally you just move the wheels by hand, but this is you're going to be able to turn the steering wheel and turn the wheels with an actual gearbox on it. This has been an incredible build. I am having a blast building this Batmobile, because the detail on it is unbelievable. I mean, everything about it. I've actually seen pictures of the engine that was in the Batmobile. I think it was a 368 Lincoln motor that was in the original 55 Lincoln Futura. And they have detailed this engine, I mean, exactly like the one that came out in the car. Now, they pulled that engine out after they made the Batmobile. They ended up changing that engine and putting a 390 in it. But when they duplicated the things for this car, they went by what the original 55 Lincoln Futura had in it, which I thought that was really, really incredible. But everything about this build has just been so much fun, and everything is so perfectly fit together. That probably amazes me more than anything, because you know how it is. If you build a plastic model, a lot of times you have to do some fiddling, and you have to file stuff and to get things to fit together. I tell you what, everything on this has just falling into place, and the screws went right in. Now I did have to do just a little bit of work on the gearbox because they put that black, and I don't know if it's a black oxide. It looks like black oxide. So the frame and everything has this black oxide on it. So sometimes you have to clean some of that off because you can't get things to move just right until you take some of that off. But you know, other than that, it's, and the gear did have, one of the gears did have some flashing on it from where they hobbed the gear into the onto the shaft, and so it had some burrs on it that I had to clean off with a file, and you know, different things like that. But you know, hey, it's an actual gearbox. That just blows me away. So but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's got actual coil springs in the front. Um, even on the rear differential, the U-bolts that hold the rear differential to the leaf springs, they're metal U-bolts with nuts on them. You know, just like would come on the car. So it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I've built it up through 38, stage 38. There was 120 stages to this thing. And so I'm basically a third of the way there? No, a fourth of the way there. No, a third of the way there. I'm basically a third of the way there. At 40, I would be a third of the way there. So you get 6 stages with every package. So I'm hoping the next stage has the rear wheels, so the thing's sitting on all 4 wheels. That would be a big plus. I'm just really anxious to see what is coming next because, you know, it's really a neat thing to be putting together. I'm just really amazed at how much it's like, you know, a real car. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that. And like I said, when I get the next 6 stages in the next package, I will try to do a video on that. Another thing that I'm doing, and I think I've mentioned this, you know, in previous videos, I do restore, you know, like Corgi Batmobiles. I've restored some other Corgi stuff too. But along with that, I have several Corgi Batmobiles, but not all of them have the Batman and Robin in them. So I have in the past done molding and casting of parts with resin, you know, or molding with silicone rubber and then casting with epoxy resin and so on. So I didn't have a whole lot of that stuff here, but since I'm, you know, restoring these Batmobiles and all this, I wanted to create a few figures because I'm not going on eBay and buying them, not when they're, you know, $20 to $40 a piece plus shipping. No, I'm not doing that. So anyway, I've already made molds and I've experimented with a couple of different epoxy resins, but I've not really been happy with the results up to this point. I do have one Robin that is probably worthy of painting and putting in a car, but anyway, I've been thinking about doing a video on mold making and casting and things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, leave a comment and let me know that if you would like to see something like that. Okay, I think that's all I have for tonight. I can't think of anything else I need to bring up, so I guess that's it. Anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend and just, you know, stay focused, you know, be good to each other. You know, we've got an election coming up. I'm not one of those guys that likes to get into politics. You know, in my opinion, it doesn't matter who runs this country. God is in control. God is in control of all things. So it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to me. Don't get me wrong. But all I'm saying is, I'm not worried about the election. I'm not worried about who's going to be president and all that crap because they're not truly in control anyway. God is. and I rely on that. So everybody have a great weekend. God bless, and we will see you all next video.